we might be in big trouble.
Uh-oh.
We are 6 months into our business as an online clothing brand, and things this month look very grim. However, I'm not that concerned, and here's why. So traditionally in business, you should see a dip in your sales between the months of June to August. During those summer months, a lot of families are out traveling and spending money. There's not a lot of money for them to spend on your product. So if you're any kind of retail business, you can definitely expect to see a dip in those summer months. However, with it being the month of September, that doesn't really explain why our business right now is going through such a lull in our profits.
What is going on?
So it's definitely possible that we're coming out of the summer month season, and a lot of these families went out on vacations and they spent a bunch of money out doing outdoor activities. So maybe things on retail are kind of in the back of their minds. However, I really kind of feel like that there's something else going on here. So guys, if you found this video helpful so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell so you guys are updated every time we drop content just like this. So if the news about the summer months isn't already troublesome enough as a business, I've got even worse news for you. The months of January and February are even worse. So after the months of January and February, a lot of people are trying to recoup from paying their taxes. A lot of people are recouping from spending excess amounts of money on, say, Christmas and the holiday season. And so a lot of the holiday times have come to an end, and now people are trying to rebuild their savings that they've spent in order to have a good quality Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all these big meals, gifts, candy, decorations, and all these other things. But that still doesn't answer the question. Why are we seeing such a dip in the month of September? So let's kind of take a step back and look at what is going on right now. At the timing of filming this video, it is the year 2024, and most Americans know what that means. It's election season. Every election year tends to be very hard on retail companies just because of the unknown direction that the country is moving in, and nobody really knows what's going to happen. And so a lot of businesses and corporations are actually going to hold on to their money just in case they can expect to see those tax hikes coming or changes in policy. One other thing that's happened 2 days ago as of the filming of this video is that the Federal Reserve actually dropped the federal interest rate by a whole half a point. And what that does is there's some implications on the market for that. However, interest rates are through the roof. There's much less investing happening and much less people willing to take risk on taking out debt right now. One other thing to think about with it being the month of September is the fact that it is now the end of the fiscal year as well. So a lot of these companies' budgets are being renewed and revamped, and so the spending tends to slow down around this time of year. But I don't really think that any of those have much to do with our business model. But here's what I really think the culprit is. And like I said, guys, if you guys have enjoyed this video so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. You can go check us out on Facebook as well. And I'll have a link to all of our different places to find us on the social medias down in the description below. So I believe, looking at my analytics, one of the biggest drivers has been kids going back to school. So being a children's clothing brand, we had one of our best months in the month of August. In fact, we had so much growth in August, it was unbelievable. And I guess unrealistic to expect to have that same amount month over month. And so when we started seeing the numbers dip for the month of September, we were kind of thinking, oh my gosh, what are we doing wrong? However, I don't really know that it's anything we're necessarily doing wrong because we haven't really changed our model because it's been working. So that kind of leads me to the conclusion that maybe what's going on is kids are going back to school. So the month of September, typically at that point, all kids have gone back to school, which means in the month of August, we saw such a spike because of the fact that parents were out buying children's clothes and were getting prepped for their kids to go to school, and they wanted their kids in all the nicest, neatest, most beautiful clothes possible. But then we see this massive dip in September. And I believe one of the main drivers of that differential, not only have kids gone back to school, but that means that now parents are having to buy school supplies for their children. And like I mentioned earlier, with the increased cost of living lately, I'm sure that financial burden is very heavy for some families. So I think right now in this month, it's just really hard for parents to go and spend the extra money on their kids for clothing that they quite frankly don't really need right now. So no, I don't think the economy's crashing. And no, I don't really think it has much to do with the election. I really think it has a lot to do with kids going back to school. So you may be sitting here thinking, what does this have to do with me? It's a great question. So maybe you don't sell children's clothing online like we do, or maybe you have a storefront. But let's say you don't even have that. Whatever your retail business is, these are the factors that you have to stop and really think about. When are people going to most likely be buying my product? When are people least likely to buy my product? And that way you don't go into a panic when you start seeing your numbers dip. You can logically think through what is going on exactly and how can I fix this? Or can you fix it? So while things may seem grim right now, I'm really not concerned. Why? Well, for one of the things that I'm most excited about right now is that Christmas is around the corner. And what do all families love to do for Christmas? Dress their kids up in some really nice Christmas clothing for pictures. And so while it's true that we're missing out on these profits right now, but I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully we have a really good season right here at Christmas time to really sell a bunch of product to our customers who are already knocking down the doors to get their hands on that product. So really guys, the gist of this whole video is, regardless of what's going on right now, just keep your head down, keep grinding, keep pushing forward. Yes, if you have a multiple month decrease in your sales, you should really probably start thinking about, what am I doing wrong? However, sometimes it's not always that you're doing something wrong. Sometimes it's just that you're not in the right market. So you really want to break things down, looking at things by quarters or 6 months or a year. That way it doesn't seem so dreadful. So no matter how grim your business may look at this particular moment or in the future, always remember to use that zoom out function, guys, and make sure that you stay positive. So anyways, guys, if this video was helpful for you, I just ask that you please subscribe down below, hit the notification bell so you get all the alerts when we drop new content just like this. I've also put some links down in the description to our website as well as our Facebook. We're on our Facebook. We are dropping all types of discounts, products coming, new product launches. We also have a private Facebook page where you can join us on there, where we have more in-depth details with our customers. We interact with them and we ask them, hey, what do you guys think about these things? Hey, these things are on order and they're coming. As well as I'll put a link in the description for our TikTok and our Instagram. You can also join us on our next live, which will be coming tomorrow. So make sure you just like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And as always, that's Life with Bo & Co.